Jose, good afternoon. Can I ask you first of all to confirm whether or not Eva and John will be on the bench for you this weekend, and do you regret any part of your actions regarding this issue in the past week?
Look, I hope this room is full because the champion is going to play against the former champion, because the transfer window is on fire, is in the last period of the transfer window, because you have hopefully a big match on Sunday. But I knew it already. It's not a surprise, your question, and probably most of the people here, they don't even like football and they come just for other reasons. But I don't want to run away from it, not even being critic with you because of your answer. I accept of your question. I accept the question and I understand the question. First of all, I want to say that I have a fantastic medical department with a top leader, Dr. Paco Biosca, with more than a dozen of professionals between doctors and physios and masseurs and specialists of different areas, and I have a very good relation with them, and as they tell me all the time, they were never praised so much as they were with me in the last couple of years, because normally managers, when things go well, they keep for themselves, and when they have problems with injuries and related to medical department is when they speak about the medical department. I praised them lots of times in these couple of years, and they don't forget that, I don't forget that. And as they also told me yesterday, we had disagreements during these periods. We need disagreements to improve. We work together, we improve together, and that's the way we do things. And this, I want to make it very, 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 very clear. Your question about the bench, I have to say that for some people the bench is very important, and I understand that for you is also important, but for other people it's not important. For other people the most important thing is not what people think you do, is what you do. And the bench is my responsibility, yes, and when you ask me, obviously it's my decision, it's nobody else's decision. Every week I face a decision about the bench. Every week with 25 players, if my mathematics is not bad, 25, 11 on the pitch, 7 on the bench, 18, 7, 25. 7 of them are not even on the bench. I have to choose. I have 7 assistants, only 4 can go on the bench. I have to choose 3 of them. We have 4 kitmen, only 1 goes on the bench, 3 they stay out. And medical department, only 2 go to the bench, and we are more than a dozen. Important to be on the bench for some, for others is more important what they do, the contribution they do, what they do behind the scenes, and what they do for the good of the team. But I understand the question, and I don't want to run away from the question. John Fern and Dr. Carneiro, they will not be on the bench. But doesn't mean that Sunday is the rest of our season or the rest of our careers. They will not be on the bench on Sunday. That's clear. It's my decision, it's my responsibility. But that doesn't mean that they cannot be in the future. And if you want to speak with me about football, I'm here. If you want to speak about other issues, I'm not here.
I do respect that part of it. You didn't answer the second half of my question, which is if you regret any part of your action. I'll get you to clarify that, please.
I've no problem to answer. You can take your conclusions by what I told. My relation with everyone that works with me, or with the majority of the persons that work with me, is an open relation. Is a relation that is open to disagreement. Is a relation that is open to critique. The game is a very emotional space for every one of us. If a player has a bad reaction with a colleague, if a player has a bad reaction towards any member of the staff, football is football, and the match is the match, and everything in the match can be different. And especially after the meeting I had with my medical department yesterday, where I got enough feedbacks to understand that the way we are doing things together since 2 years ago, and the kind of relation we have in between all of us, allow us to have this kind of relation. So I think it's enough now. And again, the ones that like football, please stay. The ones that want to speak about other things, stay. Don't make me questions, please, or leave.
Can you talk about the significance of this game in the title race, and has everything
Well,
in terms of your preparation been smooth despite this story going on?
Well, if somebody thinks that a disagreement between two members of the medical staff and the manager can affect the week, is somebody that doesn't have a clue about what football is and about preparation for matches. Is obviously not. And a season is very, very long. We are speaking about 38 matches. 38 matches is an eternity, is a marathon that started last week and ends in around 10 months. I cannot say it's crucial, I cannot say it's decisive, I cannot say it's very, very, very important. But two title contenders, 3 points, so if you can get 3 and your opponent 0, it's important. So I'm not going to say that the game is not important, but for sure I don't say that the game decides anything for the winner or anything for the loser.
Is there any significant team news?
No. Oscar is a doubt. He had a little injury in training. Courtois is suspended, as you know, and apart of that, all good.
Thank you.
Yes. Jose, as you say, there's so many things that the manager has to do during the week, picking the team, making sure that you have to make the right decisions. Do all successful managers have to be ruthless, do you think?
You know, I speak about myself, I don't speak about other managers. And I'm far from being ruthless. Far. I have a fantastic relation with almost everyone that works with me. I'm open to mistake, I'm open to communication, I'm open to dialogue, I'm open to critics, I make mistakes, and as some people in my medical staff were saying yesterday to me, we work together, we improve together. So I'm far from being ruthless.
Chelsea, there have been one or two Chelsea fans who have been concerned about what's going on this week. Not just that, but they tweet together with their perceived lack of transfer activity here, and they kind of refer back to your last period here. Can you reassure them that there are no problems here?
If Chelsea supporters are worried about the transfer window, must be until the moment Mr. Abramovich bought the club. Because since Mr. Abramovich bought the club, Chelsea supporters, they cannot speak in a negative way about the transfer market. They have only to speak in a positive way and praise the owner and praise the boards, because the dedication and all the owner did for the club is being absolutely amazing, and is obviously one fantastic contribution for the success that the team had in previous years. We managers, we won titles, players won titles, the club won titles, everyone had a contribution, and I think the contribution of the owner has been massive in that aspect. So if in this moment we are not top of the league in relation to the spenders, doesn't mean that people has to be worried. First of all, because the transfer window is not closed; it's open till the 31st of July, of August. Sorry. Secondly, because you don't have to be always champion in the market, and third, because we do things when we think we have to do, when we think we can do, when we think is the right moment to do. And for example, when 2 years ago we didn't buy a striker, and people was a bit disappointed that we didn't buy a striker. We didn't buy a striker because we know that the next year Diego Costa is coming, and he's coming for a price that doesn't need discussion, a price that is established in his contract. So sometimes you have to think more than the moment, and many times is the reason why we don't discuss things publicly, we don't explain, or we don't try to explain everything publicly, because we work inside, and the owner is the owner and will be the owner, I believe, for many years. The board has such a close relation with the owner. The board just gave me a 4 years contract. So we are in great stability, and we work fantastically well.
Jose, you spoke to the players at all just to explain to them the situation and why the player won't be on the bench?
No. Why?
You don't think they need a reason why you've changed?
With the players?
Yeah.
No.
Why is that?
Because the players, the only thing they have to be worried about is to have the best people around them, and in this club they are surrounded by top quality people. They trust everybody the same way, and in fact the most important thing for the players is the medical care they have during the week, and the conditions they have to be in conditions to perform the best they can.
Okay, we've just got time for for one more before we have to turn cameras off, I'm afraid. We're not going to get around to everybody today.
Jose, it appeared from the match footage that Eden Hazard asked the referee for treatment, and then the referee called the physio and the medic onto the pitch. Is that what happened? And
I'm not going to discuss with you.
Have you spoken to Eden Hazard? Is that what happened?
That's my problem.
Okay, thanks everybody. Sorry we can't get around to everybody today, but if you could turn the